Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hello and welcome. So if you guys couldn't tell, I'm in my new flat. This is like insane. It's crazy. I haven't filmed in, I would say, almost 2 weeks because again I've been moving and haven't really had any time to like film. Everything that I've been uploading previously has obviously been pre-recorded, so today is like I think the 1st of August. But yeah, how are you guys? And yeah, today I thought I would do like a catch up, get ready with me, because I have a lot to talk about. There's a lot that's been going on in like the past month, some good stuff, some really sad stuff that I want to talk about, not into a lot of depth, but just letting it out, to be honest. So this might be a bit of like an emotional one, so I'm really sorry beforehand. I want to give like a trigger warning. I'm going to talk about losing someone quite close to me, and then talking about like donating blood and stuff like that. So if you get a bit triggered by that, I apologize, and you know, I'll be talking about some other stuff later on as well. So everything that I'm going to use, I always mention in the description, all the brands and stuff I use. So I'm going to start off with a bit of like skincare, because I haven't been looking after my skin that much. When we've been moving, everything has just been like in dust. So I've been kind of like packing boxes and moving things left and right, and because it's been really hot weather, I just haven't been able to look after my skin that much, but I've been trying my best to like stay hydrated and everything. So the first thing that I wanted to talk about is something that I have mentioned recently, but I mentioned it like very briefly because I don't want to go into too much like depth anyway. But I did lose a really good friend of mine recently. She passed away. I don't really feel like, well, I don't want to be the person to kind of tell you how and like what happened, because it's not my place, and I respect my friend's privacy. And I did speak about it on like my social media, because a lot of her friends and my friends, we all know each other because we used to work together for many years. And yeah, it was very tough finding out that she had passed, because again, I'd known her for about, I think, I wouldn't say it's like just 10 years, but it's kind of like under 10 years. And she was an amazing person. Like, we used to talk non-stop about Disney, about like true crime and just life in general, and just what an amazing person she was. And you know, it was quite difficult to hear that news, because obviously, well, I'd known that she had been ill for a while, but you know, when you find out that someone that you really care for and has been in your life for a long time passes away, it's obviously not a happy thing to hear. But I'm gonna remember her so fondly. Obviously, we never had any falling out, we never had any arguments, anything like that. It was just all positive, and that's how obviously I want to keep it. And I actually found out she had passed away the day after my friends had got married. So it was kind of like a really great day on Saturday, and then Sunday I received the sad news. Her funeral was when I'm filming this about a week and a half ago. So it was kind of a very difficult day. I got to see a lot of my friends who some I hadn't seen for a while, but obviously it's very unfortunate to see people in such difficult circumstances. But the thing is that the service was, just really nice, and I felt like my friend would have liked the service and would have liked everything that happened. And yeah, I guess just dropping my lid, I guess when it comes to like funerals and services, it's kind of obviously a way to kind of found out more information about a person on different perspectives, because she had her family and best friends and everything there, and just to hear like some other amazing stories was really great. I've never been to kind of like an English funeral before, because you know, if you guys didn't know me, I come from a Muslim background, so I have been to a lot of Muslim funerals, unfortunately, but when it comes to like English funerals, I've never really been to one, so I wasn't sure how the services was run and everything. But my friend wasn't very religious anyway, so it wasn't like a church kind of thing, but that was kind of what I wanted to mention. So I have been pretty down about that recently, and just kind of, you know, trying to stay positive for you know, my friends and things like this. And obviously my husband was very, very devastated because we both knew her very well. She was very, very kind and just very encouraging towards me. Like, she really encouraged me like to do my YouTube channel, and was very encouraging every time I'd come into work with like a full face of makeup and go, Ameena, you look amazing. And I'm just like, no, no, no. And she'd just be very kind. And yeah, those just memories I'm gonna remember forever. So that has been a big like blow to me recently. But you know, again, like I mentioned, we think about and remember the good stuff. So yeah, that's what has really been happening on that end. I guess it's just taken me a while to kind of like process it a bit more. That's why I didn't want to talk about it that much, and I thought I would wait for the funeral and everything to happen, because I don't know, it just becomes a bit more real when certain things are like that. But yeah, that happened a few weeks ago, and I guess a lot of other things I've been up to. Like, obviously I moved like literally a week ago today. We got our keys, and my husband's colleague kindly like helped us move, and that was like such a crazy process. Like, it was so much smoother than when we last moved, because when we moved from like Harlesden and then when we ended up last, it was I don't know, it just seemed like we had a lot more stuff, and I have been decluttering as much as I can, especially when it comes to like makeup and when it comes to like other things that I have, like clothes and stuff. So I've been donating a lot to charity and stuff. So I've been going to I think it's like St John's, like no, St Luke's Hospice, like a charity shop local to where I live. So I donated a lot of things there, because obviously I don't want to just like throw something in the bin when I know that they could be making some money towards people buying some of my crap. But yeah, everything was in like good condition and stuff, so that's great. Yeah, we moved, and thankfully, like where we are now, we have a lift that would take us. So we're very high up. If I remember towards the end, I'll show you guys outside my window. If you're afraid of heights, then I'll give you a warning beforehand, because it is very high up. But yeah, we've moved in and we're slowly putting everything together. It's crazy because we have bought shelving units and stuff like that, and I've managed to get most of my stuff on there. I feel so bad for my husband, and I told him numerous times, I'm so sorry that I have so much crap. I am going to be doing a tour of my figurines, so if you like, you know, figures and pop toy, like pop vinyls and stuff, check out that video. I don't know when I'll be filming it, maybe in like a week or two, just because I need to get some kind of like blue tack to like get everything settled, because they're just falling around every so often. But I will definitely do a video, because my babies are finally out of their boxes and they're free for me to like look at and enjoy every time I walk past them. So that's definitely something that I am looking forward to filming. And yeah, recently, like I mentioned, I did donate some blood. So I have done it previously, which is great. So if you know, you do feel like you can donate blood, then I really recommend it. It can save up to 3 people's lives just by donating some blood. It's insane. When I read like the statistics and everything towards that, I had to have like a massive gap in between donating last time, because of my piercing basically. So I had to wait 3 months, which, you know, on their end they're like, we need you to donate blood. But of course I wanted to get my piercing, so I obviously had done that. But once you kind of donate blood and then you wait for 3 months, that's when you can donate, so that's perfectly fine. And so that was kind of interesting as well, because I'd done it, I would say, about a week before I moved, but my bruise was like so painful. I don't know what the hell they had done to me, because last time it was perfectly fine. My bruise in that is gone now, so I'm not obviously going to show you, but I do remember, I think I filmed a video in my old flat where I was like, I donated blood today and my arm is really hurting, so that was from that video. But my arm would just absolutely kill, like every time I lifted something or something like that. But now that everything has kind of like healed, I'm doing fine now when it comes to that. So that, I really encourage you guys, like if you can donate blood. I know that needles and that are quite scary, but if you want to donate and you feel like you want to do that to help people, please do that, because I know that I received a text message saying, oh, you know, thank you for donating blood. Your blood has been donated to this hospital and it has helped out like 2 or 3 people. So it's really nice to see that kind of message as well, because there's so many people out there who need blood and blood transfusions and stuff like that. And this video is not about me being preachy or kind of being like donate blood, but you know, I do feel like it's so important. But yeah, that has been that. And you guys are probably gonna laugh at me, but I have a new job now, which I haven't started yet. I'm starting in a few weeks. The current job that I have, I do like it. I just cannot live on those hours, because it is essentially a 0-hour contract, and I need to just get my ass into gear. Sorry, it's quite a warm day today and I have my fan on and things like that. But I really just like needed to be able to just have a full-time job, and working on like a 0-hour contract, not knowing month to month like how much I'd be earning. Plus, if I wanted to get like a mortgage, like Help to Buy with my husband, we were unable to do that because I'm on a 0-hour contract, and therefore I wasn't able to do anything. And so that was very kind of like disheartening and frustrating on my end, because I really wanted us obviously to like get a Help to Buy and to be able to like have somewhere secure for, you know, hopefully when we start a family and when we start just living life, to be honest. So I have a new job. Everything's falling apart. I'm not really going to talk about it right now because it's not really that relevant to like my channel and stuff, but I know that this job I am looking forward to it. It's something a bit different, not really, it's not different, it's retail, but it's still a kind of different part of retail, but I'm excited. You know, it's something new, and as much as I do really enjoy my current job, again, I can't live on like 0 hours, and I can't live on not knowing how much money I'm going to make each month. And I think that's just like how it is in general, because obviously we all are working to earn money and to like have a future and be able to feel secure. So I feel like having a full-time job is so important. So I'm gonna go on to my eyes now, because I'm trying to like figure out what type of look I'm doing today. But yeah, that has been kind of like the things that I've been up to the most of what I've been doing. Haven't really been able to go to the cinema recently. There's not really been anything that I want to see. I mean, there is things that I want to see, but it's kind of the time. So like obviously this week or last week when I moved, I wasn't able to like go and do anything apart from packing up my boxes and moving them back and forth. But you know what, I'm happy that we have moved, because this place is so much quieter. Have you noticed that we haven't heard any alarms? Haven't heard any banging in the last like 10 minutes. But everything is, touch wood, really well here, really nice. Haven't really met any of my neighbours or anything yet, so I don't know, we're just really quiet people when it comes to like me and my husband, so we just kind of keep to ourselves and we just like get on with it. But you know, it's easy kind of ish for me to get to work as my current job, and then my next job. I mean, we haven't moved that far from where we were previously, to be honest. Like we've literally moved like, I would say 10 minutes down the road. And I know I said that I hated living in this area, but when we think about the kind of logistics of how far up we are and just less people to kind of hear, because I don't want to hear like people shouting and screaming at like 4 in the morning, which is what we used to have, or just like constant like, you know, alarms and constant like just shit. But I'm very happy that we've moved and that we're in our new place now. And we're obviously going to be here for a year, so who knows what's going to happen in like a year's time, or like next year when it comes to like careers and money and mortgages and all that shit, because you know, life changes every 5 minutes. I know that's me being kind of like not philosophical, but just like weird. But you know, life is too short, and I think after, like, I've known that for such a long time. Life is too short because there's been so much like loss in just like my life and stuff like that, and I don't know, it's crazy when you just have so many people that you care for around you that are no longer around, and you just put things into like a bigger perspective. But obviously I'm not trying to like bring a major downer, because obviously when someone passes you're meant to like, you know, just remember the good times and stuff. But obviously it's been a big thought on me recently, and you know, it just takes time to heal when it comes to loss, like anyone. Like, even though well, I've mentioned this a few times, when my granddad passed away like 10 years ago, it's still something that you just don't get over. And even my uncle, who passed away from like COVID, like a year and a half ago, I guess it's been now. Again, you just don't get over stuff like that, and you shouldn't have to get over it, but you just take your own time to mourn in your own way, basically. I'm just getting very philosophical here, but I guess when it comes to like these get ready with me's and chatty videos, I do try and be as like, well, obviously I'm talking about from like my perspective and trying to be as real as I can, because you know, this is a way for you guys to get to know me a bit better. Because normally when I do like my videos on my channel, I'm just talking about makeup, and I'm not obviously talking much about my own personal life or things like that. But I enjoy doing like get ready with me's, because they kind of, I get to vent in my own little way, if that makes sense, and just talk about things apart from going, this makeup is really great and blah blah blah. So I like to kind of do a mixture of things on this channel. Like, I really need to do an update on my rosacea, because my skin has obviously changed so much over the years, and I will be doing that soon. I just need to kind of get everything together when it comes to like my health, and when it comes to like what you know, skincare I've been using. I know it's stuff that I know, but it's stuff that I need to like remind myself and like look back on pictures that I don't like looking at, because I mean, when I used to have like, it was really severe, I hate those photos, and I don't have many photos of myself of having rosacea, because I just felt at my lowest. But you know, now I can look back and just be like, okay, I know at the time for me it was really bad and things like that. It could have been worse, but honestly for me that was like the worst it could have gotten. But thankfully now, thanks to like modern medicine, my skin is doing so much better. I'm still doing my skincare, like I mentioned in the beginning. Like, this week has been really crazy because of moving, so I've been trying my best to keep up my skincare routine. But obviously, because I've been absolutely exhausted, like every day we would get up at like 7 or half 7 just to like pack, well, we packed up everything anyway, but we were doing things in batches, so we had to like go from one end to the other end and bring boxes and bring this and do this and do this. And I've been doing a lot of shopping, and we've been putting together shelving units and stuff like that. So moving is not obviously easy. If you've never moved before, then you won't obviously know kind of the stress around it. But even if you've had a non-stressful move, then good, because stress, like moving, is one of the most strenuous things. I know people say like getting married and having a child and stuff like that is very stressful, but I mean, when we got married, I forgot to mention we celebrated our 4-year anniversary as well. Not that we actually celebrated, but we just kind of just went happy anniversary because we were moving that day, so there's not really much that we could have done. I'm just going to put on my lips and I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. So what was I saying about our anniversary? Yeah, we couldn't really do much because it was on a Thursday, we were moving, and there was just like a lot of shit going on. But you know, 4 years, I'm very happy and very like, I got in my box of chocolates. That's the best that I could have like gotten something. But this is my finished look. Everything has come together very well. Again, I will mention everything in the description of what I'm using. But yeah, that's kind of been like a rough kind of what I've been up to in the past like month, and I am gonna continue obviously doing lots more videos. This background is probably gonna be it for a while because I don't really have anywhere else to kind of put my camera, plus this is like the nicest looking background that I could really have in our little like front room kitchen. I forgot to show you guys our view, so if you are kind of afraid of heights, I would turn away right now. So obviously some of this is not as appealing, but when you look just around, like from where I can see like the Shard, and I can see the BT Tower and things like that, and it's a gorgeous view. It's just very high up. If you weren't looking, you can look now. This is still my ugly face, but yeah, that's like where we are, and yeah, this is really nice. I'm happy so far, touch wood, nothing's gone wrong. Let me know how you guys are doing, because obviously, like I mentioned, a lot of my videos before this were pre-filmed, and I just wanted to like catch up with you guys and just see how I'm doing. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, because I film and upload every time I get a chance to. Don't forget to follow me on any of my social medias, because I'm always active on there. And I hope you guys are doing very well, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye.